Hey everyone, my name is Lauren and I am the new children's librarian at Carroll County Public Library's Westminster branch, and I am super excited to be here. So today we are going to experiment with air pressure to launch a water rocket. This experiment is a bit tricky and definitely requires the assistance of an adult. So for this experiment, you are going to need mostly recycled items, which is great. So you're going to need first 2 large plastic bottles. This is going to make the body of your rocket, as well as the nose cap, but we'll get to that later. So you are also going to need some pieces of cardboard that you see here, and these are going to make your fins. And the template for the fins is provided in the link at the bottom of this video. You are also going to need a standard piece of paper. It could be a piece of cardstock, construction paper, or just printer paper. You're also going to need a cork, some electrical tape or duct tape, as well as double-sided tape or strong glue so you can attach your fins to the plastic bottles. You are also going to need a tennis ball, a ruler, some scissors, a marker, and you're going to need some kind of pump. It can be an air pump or it could be a foot pump, like a bicycle pump, because that's going to pump the air into your rocket, which means you're also going to need a valve. Okay, so if you have paint around and you want to decorate your rocket, that's great. I have some red paint here and a paintbrush, so be as creative as you would like. You're also going to need 2 cups of water that you're going to pour into your rocket. So this can be in a bottle or in something that allows for easy pouring into the mouth of one of your bottles. So let's get started. First, you're going to need your ruler, marker, and one of the large plastic bottles. With the marker, make a mark about 14 inches from the cap. Next, take your piece of paper and wrap it around the bottle with one of the edges lining up with the mark you just made. Draw a line around the bottle, using the paper as a guide. This next part definitely requires adult assistance because you're going to grab your scissors and cut along the line you just drew. After, you will also need to cut off the very top of the bottle right under the cap. Again, please be careful and have an adult assist you with these steps. Also, make sure the hole at the top of your bottle is smaller than your tennis ball. Okay, now is the time to get out your paint if you have it. You will only need to paint half of your tennis ball because only half will be showing. Okay, once you have done that, you can now also paint the inside of the bottle you just cut. This is going to be your nose cone. Now we are going to make the fins for the rocket. So you're going to need that template provided below. Use that template to trace 4 rocket fins on your pieces of cardboard. Carefully cut out your fins. Make sure you make marks for the dotted lines and cut along those as well. If you still have enough paint, you can go ahead and paint these fins the same color you used for your nose cone and the tennis ball, or any color you would like. Just have fun with it. Now, we are going to start assembling our rocket. Balance the tennis ball on the bottom flat end of your second large plastic bottle and place your nose cone on top. This can be a little tricky because you want to make sure that the tennis ball lines up with the small hole at the top of your nose cone. Now you're going to grab that duct tape or electrical tape to secure your nose cone. Make sure you attach this cone firmly so it doesn't come apart mid-flight. Now we are ready to attach our fins. Remember those little flaps that you cut along those dotted lines? Well, this is where your double-sided tape or the glue will go. Fold the top and bottom tabs to the left and the middle tab to the right. Apply your tape or glue. Next, stick the fins towards the bottom of your rocket. You want them to extend past the opening of the bottle, making sure that each fin lines up with the others so your rocket stands up like this. Now we are going to use the cork and the valve. Make sure your cork fits into the opening of the bottle. If it doesn't, that's okay. Just be sure to ask an adult to cut it until it does. So push the valve into the middle of the wide end of the cork until it pokes out the other side. This is how you're going to pump air into your rocket. Okay, so turn your rocket over and pour in about 2 cups of water, or until your rocket is about 1/4 full. Firmly push the cork into the bottle opening. Place your rocket on its fins on the ground. Now it is officially time for blast off. Make sure you are in a clear, safe space and your rocket is not aiming at you or anyone else or anything. Carefully begin pumping air into your rocket, trying your best not to knock it over. I know that is easier said than done. Now you just keep pumping air until blast off! Okay, that was pretty awesome. So how does it work? Well, imagine that you are rowing a boat using 2 oars. The oars are creating a force by pushing the water, which actually creates another force that is pushing the oars and the boat forward. See, forces always work in pairs. The opposite force pushing the boat forward is called a reaction force, and this is also what is making your rocket fly. When you are pumping air into the rocket, it is filling the bottle with air that is pushing the cork out, and then the water with a powerful downward force that then creates an upward reaction force, like in the boat, but in this case, launching the rocket. Once the water has left the bottle and pressure goes back to normal inside of the bottle, the forces that created the launch disappear, causing your rocket to fall back towards the ground. Real space rockets work the same way as your water rocket, but instead of a pump increasing the pressure in the rocket, there is rocket fuel that quickly burns to create massive amounts of gas. The new gas pushes down on the old gas, propelling the rocket into the sky. Super cool. You can experiment more by putting more or less water into your rocket. I wonder what would happen. We'd love to know, so please feel free to send us an email, photos, or even a video of your own water rocket and tell us how it went. You can send an email to lsands@car.org. Thanks so much for joining us for STEM at the library, and we really look forward to experimenting more with you every Monday at 2. So don't miss it, and keep exploring.